can let him talk to himself. Besides, I don't need help this afternoon. I've already got a plan. Ladies and gentlemen at home, today is your chance to get to know your yonk. That's right. If there's a question you've ever wanted to ask old Yenty Pips right here, now is your chance. Maybe you want to know who my favourite member of One Direction is. It's Alan, by the way. Maybe you want to know what my favourite colour is, what the name of my best friend is, if my life is just about Doctor Who, or... OK, it's 90% about Doctor Who, but the point is, email in. CBBC@bbc.co.uk. If you have a question for the Yent, get it sent in. I'll see you in a little bit for some of that, right after brand new Extreme School.
What happens when 8 kids who misbehave in class
Oh, that hurt a bit!
sign up to enrol at one of the world's most extreme schools?
Charlie, sit up.
No talking, no moving.
Will it be the making of them?
I don't get it.
I'm not talking to you.
Today, 2 London kids with a bad school reputation
Who told you to put that sweater on, cadet?
are off to a US military academy. There's no-nonsense discipline
1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir.
and tough challenges.
Do I have to do it?
Can they survive a week
Hey, let's go, get out!
at this extreme school?
1, 2, 3, 4, open up!
It's like mental.
Do you think school's a waste of time? Do you talk back to your teachers or rarely do your homework? If this is a familiar sight, then 5 days at one of the world's strictest schools could be just what you need to get back on track. Today I'm at a school in the Big Smoke, London town. I'm about to surprise a couple of kids who are in need of a wake-up call.
We have got the power.
13-year-old Ibby loves an argument and his mouth is always getting him in trouble.
Last term, I had quite a lot of detentions. They added up to 15 in 1 month.
14-year-old Keziah runs away from her teachers when things get tricky and has already had 1 exclusion from school.
I like to get out of my seat, like to walk around the classroom, sometimes walk out of the classroom.
Their school lives are going nowhere fast. But before I meet Keziah and Ibby, I need to gather some evidence for my extreme school dossier.
Ibby is really argumentative. He will argue with his players, the other team, himself, the ball.
What's Keziah's biggest problem in the classroom?
If something happens that she doesn't like, she'll walk out of the room.
Keziah is a regular in our detentions, I'm afraid.
So what happens when you put these 2 in the same class?
Ibby and Keziah together, they are a nightmare.
The biggest distraction for me is Keziah.
Oh, that hurt a bit!
Ibby is one of the most annoying people in my class.
I've got the file. The evidence is overwhelming. This is definitely a case for extreme school. It's time for Ibby and Keziah to swap their school bags for suitcases. Hello, I'm Susan Kalman from Extreme School. I'm looking for Keziah and Ibby. I'd like you to come and join me at the front of the class. Ibby, I've heard that arguing is your favourite hobby. What's that all about then?
Yeah, I try and get my point across from time to time.
Keziah, I've heard you just can't keep quiet.
Yeah, it's like I like to talk a lot.
I don't think there's any doubt that both of you could do with a spell at one of our extreme schools. OK, before I tell you where you're going, I've got a few key facts about your extreme school. At this school, your day begins at 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
At this school, you have to salute your teachers.
Oh,
this school, if you plan to step out of line, you better be good at press-ups. You are off to the Phoenix Military Academy in Chicago, USA.
Keziah, Ibby, come on. It's nearly time.
Fine.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Attention! It's not attention, it's tension.
No, it's attention.
Ibby and Keziah will be touching down in Chicago, USA, nearly 4,000 miles from the UK. Known as the Windy City, it's home to nearly 3 million people. It's here you can find the Phoenix Military Academy, run by Lieutenant Colonel Harris.
The discipline at our academy is much tougher than a regular public school.
The academy is one of the most respected schools in Chicago. Dedicated students come from some of the poorest areas in the city, and only the best are accepted as cadets. To survive at Phoenix, they must show self-discipline, determination, and respect for authority. Those who don't face the consequences.
Carry on. 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir.
The Phoenix Military Academy is a fantastic opportunity for Ibby and Keziah to turn their education around. But how will they cope so far from home?
I'm feeling excited, nervous, a little bit scared.
I think the school's going to be very strict and we'll just take it from there.
For the next 5 days, Keziah and Ibby will be pupils at the Military Academy.
Wow, it's big, boy.
To graduate successfully, they must stick to all the school rules, follow the strict uniform policy, show improvement in their behaviour, and face an end-of-week challenge.
Wow, that metal detector is scary.
The tough regime starts as soon as they enter the school building.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello. Belongings in the X-ray machine. Okay. Take your coat off and come through. One at a time.
There's no turning back now. It's time to meet the man whose job it is to make sure they stay on track, Lieutenant Colonel Harris.
A little bit scared.
I'll try and manage to behave, but if I can't, I can't. No one's perfect.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Please stand. Please stand. The protocol is that you stand up upon my entry. Take your seats.
As new pupils at the academy, the Colonel will be watching Keziah and Ibby's every move. Can they convince him they're capable of changing their ways?
I'm Colonel Harris. I'm in charge of discipline and ensuring that the cadets toe the line while they're here. What is it that you guys would like to be when you finish school?
I would like to be either a football player. If I don't make it as a football player, I would like to be a sports scientist.
And when I'm older, I would like to be a police officer.
Police officer, good, good. There are 3 things that you'll have to do in order to be successful here. 1, you'll have to work on your discipline. 2, you'll have to work on your leadership. And 3, you'll have to exhibit a great deal of pride in your country. This is going to be a very challenging week for you.
It was very nerve-wracking. He looked quite intimidating.
I don't think we'll get in trouble, and hopefully we won't try not to get each other into trouble either.
If they do not abide by the rules, then they will be subject to the same punishments that any other cadet is subject to.
Cadets at the academy have a strict dress code which involves 4 different uniforms. In fact, it's so complex, there's a manual to help you get dressed.
These are the uniforms that you'll be wearing while you're here. Uniforms are very important because they establish discipline and order.
How come there's like 3 pairs of trousers? I hate hats.
They won't be laughing when they meet the infamous First Sergeant Powell.
Cadets, ready, step, move, ready, step. Sergeant Major, these cadets prepared? Where are these cadets? Whoa, look at this. My. We're gonna first teach you the position of attention, you understand? No talking, no moving.
When Sergeant Powell came in, it was very loud and very intimidating.
Stop looking at me. I'm ugly, I'm not pretty, I have a big head, okay? Who told you to put that sweater on, cadet?
Myself.
Yourself.
Ibby normally loves an argument, but he's completely lost for words.
Okay, you're gonna do push-ups. So guess what? Remove your beret, squat down, there you go. Put your hands where they come before you extend your legs out. Now you go down so that your upper, there you go. Outstanding. 1 serve, 2 serve, 3 serve,
4
serve.
Sir, 5 sir.
There you go.
6 sir.
Cadet Ibby, when I first looked upon him, he didn't really know what he was doing.
Present, on, forward, march. Left, right, left, left, get in step, Ibby, left, right, left.
As if behaving like model pupils wasn't hard enough, Colonel Harris has one more surprise for the new students.
At the end of the week, you're going to have to do a drill routine that we're going to demonstrate for you here today, and you're going to do it in front of the entire school. I want you to watch our cadets now. They'll take you through the routine, okay?
The drill team are practicing for an end-of-week performance, and Colonel Harris wants Keziah and Ibby to headline the show.
In the drill process, you have to be able to give orders and follow orders, and you have to be able to do various movements at an exact standard.
I think if I take a wrong turn or mess up, it will ruin the whole routine.
The pressure is on. Thumbs up.
Agnostics believe in what? Something.
Phoenix is a stark contrast to Keziah and Ibby's UK school, and so far, there's no arguing or walking out of class here.
Why are there so many beliefs?
And Colonel Harris wants to throw them right in at the deep end.
You turn to page 1 in your book. That's the Cadet Creed. So go through it, practice with each other, rehearse it, because tomorrow you're going to say this entire Cadet Creed in front of the entire Corps of Cadets. So you probably need to be up studying. You need to do it from memory. Think you can do that?
No.
I think you can. All right, let's go.
By 6 a.m. tomorrow, Keziah and Ibby must memorise the 100-word school creed. Are they ready to face their first test? In the UK, Keziah and Ibby start their school day at 8:30 a.m. But for Phoenix cadets, school begins in the dark.
6 o'clock in the morning, and it's really cold, as you can hear my breath.
And assembly consists of a full military formation in the hall. New cadets must recite the school creed from memory, and today it's the turn of the new British recruits.
I've just gone over the creed and I'm confident because I've got it right.
But Keziah has disappeared.
Don't be nervous, don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Shh. It's okay, it's okay.
Do I have to do it? Let's do 5 minutes.
Okay.
Back in London, Keziah often does a runner if the going gets a bit tough in class. Will she be able to stick this out?
I don't want to do it. Oh, I don't think I can. I learned it, but I just keep stumbling up.
We're going to have everyone help you, so you're not going to be alone. They're all going to recite it with you so that you can get through it. Okay? No worries. You'll do fine.
With all eyes on the late arrival, the pressure is on.
Good morning, Phoenix. How are you doing? Good morning, sir. we'd like to welcome two individuals. Cadet Evie, come on out here. Give them a round of applause. This is Cadet Evie. All right, and then we also have Cadet Keziah. Come on, Cadet Keziah. Hello. They're going to do something special for you. We gave them an assignment last night to memorize something. Okay, are we ready to say it? We ready to say it? Okay, here we go.
I am an Army Junior ROTC cadet. I will always conduct myself to bring credit to my family, country, school.
I will work hard to improve my mind and strengthen my body. May God grant me to stay by this creed.
All right, give them a round of applause.
My homework went okay, but towards the end I let Keziah do it because I was very nervous and I forgot the last two lines.
I got really nervous and got upset, but then I did it and I feel better.
Try and wrap up your answers in the next 2 minutes, please.
It's a big step for Keziah and Ibby. They've survived their first test. But cadets at the academy have a jam-packed schedule.
Psychokinesis.
Excellent.
I'm friendly, warm-hearted, fun, and have a lot of excitement in me.
And Keziah and Ibby have to stay on target. Grapple with tough subjects.
This is the Phoenix Military Academy wrestling team.
You got you to say? Just like that. Look at that. You mastered it already.
I'm definitely shocked of how much they do. They do a lot.
Turn that way. Let's go.
They must always listen to their teachers.
Hey, let's go. Get out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Open up.
It's like mental. I can't see how they do it every day.
And not wind each other up.
I am behaving different over here because it's definitely more stricter. I'm really nervous about getting told off.
On top of all that, they have to learn the complex military drill they will be performing in their end-of-week challenge.
Attention. Good, good. Left, face. So slide and then pivot.
It was quite complicated.
The worst thing for me would definitely be like if we go left face, I turn right face by accident. I don't think we need to work together, but as long as he does his part and I do my part, then
no comment.
Despite struggling with authority at school, Keziah wants to be a police officer one day. Colonel Harris has arranged a surprise he hopes may be a turning point for her.
Yep, you can go ahead and pull up. Okay, you said you wanted to be a police officer. We're going to take you to a bit of police officer training. Okay.
I did not expect that.
Ready?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Officer Ivy Maldonado.
Hello.
Welcome to the Chicago Police Academy. Delta Company, this is Keziah.
Hello, Keziah.
The Chicago Police Academy work closely with Phoenix School and train young recruits in essential police skills.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
And Keziah's on a crash course.
You just cuffed your first cooperative subject.
I can't believe I just handcuffed somebody.
When you're dealing with an assailant, you have to learn how to strike them safely. Now, the parts of the body that can actually hurt you are the arms and the legs. Academy 12.
Got a call of suspicious person in the park.
Because we're a two-man unit, you respond with 10-4.
10-4.
So, Keziah, you still want to be a police officer?
Yeah.
How are you doing in school?
I'm not always good, so I'm a bit over-energetic and talkative.
Have you been getting into trouble in school?
Yeah.
What kind of trouble?
Like detentions, been excluded like once.
Well, you have to get your act together in school. so that you can get to the point where you can work on the field with other police officers in the team. You have to listen to your teachers. If they're asking you to stay in your seat and be quiet and listen, that's what you have to do. You have to start now if you're going to make it then. You understand that?
Yeah. He said that if I'm not good in school, then I can't really be a police officer. So I guess the big thing is to actually realise what a teacher's actually doing for me and actually pay more attention to them and do my work, because it is actually going to get me somewhere and I need to buckle down.
The penny appears to have dropped for Keziah. Could sports-mad Ibby get a reality check from the Academy's star football player, Lorenzo Toscano?
All right, so we're gonna play some football, right? Some American football. Yeah. Not like regular soccer that you play, but American football, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. So you see things right here? Called laces. And you grab them, I step back, and you let it go, and you flick your wrist. The flick of the wrist gives it a nice spiral. So how's school going for you? You like it here so far?
Yeah, it's good, but it's a little bit strict. What is the backgrounds of the kids that come to Phoenix?
For some of the kids, it's a very rough environment where they come from. You know, they have to encounter gangs day in and day out, and they come from really dangerous neighborhoods, but they come to the school to achieve better things.
How did you manage to become what you actually are now?
Well, since the beginning, I wasn't a very good student. I was very bad in class. I got kicked out a lot, did push-ups, and I realized, hey, you gotta take a chance. 15 years from now, I don't wanna be a guy on the street. I wanna be somebody very important. And I realized that it takes hard work and not just laziness to get to the place where I need to be.
The type of kids that come to Phoenix are not so fortunate kids. They haven't had such a good lifestyle, and they've realized that they've got to do something with their life. I'm gonna try and take the discipline that they have over here and take it to school over back in my homeland, England.
Let's talk about the Big Bang Theory.
In 24 hours' time, Keziah and Ibby will be performing their final challenge, a military drill in front of a packed auditorium.
Also, make sure you guys march in step. So it should be left, 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 right, left. 1, 2.
They need to work in total unison to pull this off.
March! Open ranks! March!
Third squad, just move.
Well, I'm kind of worried. They need a lot of work. I don't think it's nothing that they can't overcome or can't meet, but I do think they need a lot of work.
Make sure, squad, halt. Make sure you don't march too fast, or else they can't keep up with you.
If Ibby and Keziah really want to succeed, they have to learn to work together, march together, to look good together, to perform the drill sequence.
Right face. March left.
With the pressure on, it's not long before Ibby and Keziah are back to their old ways.
I actually tried to, have teamwork with him, but he doesn't. Pardon?
What's not trying?
As you just said, can you let me have my point across?
You try.
Are you finished? Can I continue?
Well, stop.
Can I continue?
Just continue. Continue, then.
Okay, can you give me a minute, please?
Eddie's. I understand that you two have been bickering a little bit amongst yourselves. Is that true?
A little bit.
Why do you think it is that you wind each other up so much?
If I say something, Ibby always has to respond on it. Even if I say something stupid and I'm not talking to him, he always has to respond on it and make me feel bad about what I said.
Is that true?
No. She told me to shut up the other day, so I shut up.
Well, those are the petty type of differences that both of you are going to have to set aside in order to be successful tomorrow. You understand that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
I'm struggling because, she's just a little bit annoying.
We need to put effort into it to get it done. And if he's going to beat like that, then I'm going to have to do it myself, because I don't want to mess up in front of the whole school.
Call it right. March.
If they don't pull it together as a team, they'll definitely fail, and I'm sure they don't want to do that in front of the entire Corps of Cadets of Phoenix Military Academy. So they're going to have to get it together here pretty quickly.
It's the final day at Phoenix. The entire academy has assembled in the hall to watch a display from the school drill team.
Left, face. Right step.
Headlining the show are trainee cadets Keziah and Ibby. There's a lot riding on this performance.
They've just done their drill and they did very good, and now we've got to do ours, and it's not going to be that so good because they need really complicated moves.
Colonel Harris has recruited 2 rather prestigious judges to help score their routine. Colonel Kevin Kelly, Director of Military Instruction, and Todd Connor, the Executive Director of Military Schools.
You might have a drill platoon with 15 people, and if one person isn't following along, you notice right away.
As everybody knows, all this week we've had 2 guests here with us from Great Britain. The final challenge is to go through a drill routine. Let's have our cadets come forward.
To impress the judges, Keziah and Ibby must respond to a set of military commands. Their success relies on teamwork. If one of them makes a wrong move, they will both fail the challenge.
Fall in. Freeze then. Arms. Order. Arms. Up, out. Face. Forward. March. Left. March time. March. Forward. Hold. Up, out. Face. Forward. March. March time. March. Forward. Hold. Sorry, this concludes the drill sequence.
I think you both did very, very well today on your marching. Congratulations again. You're welcome.
They pulled together, and with discipline and motivation and teamwork, guess what? They were able to do it, and I'm so happy for them.
I'm feeling very relieved. I'm glad that I managed to overcome it and that I didn't quit.
I feel happy that I've completed the drill, but a little bit sad because I know that my time here is coming to an end.
Keziah and Ibby are heading home. Only then will they discover if they've managed to graduate from their extreme school.
I've learned discipline, and I'm glad I've completed all my challenges.
Hopefully they'll see it in me that I've changed, so fingers crossed.
Join us in our final show when Keziah and Ibby find out if they've made the grade. Next time, 2 girls from Newcastle with a bad attitude to education enrol at a convent school in St Lucia.
Sit up.
Where they'll meet their match.
They get scared when they see me coming.
Will they change the habits of a lifetime?
It's a disaster.
Extreme School there. You can catch the next episode right here on the CBBC channel tomorrow at 4:30. Now, for another amazing show we've got called Officially Amazing. It's on weekdays at 7:45. You can catch it before school. If you haven't seen the episode yet, where have you been? Because it's a very good show. And it's all about world record-breaking attempts. Like in tomorrow's episode, they're trying to break the record for the world's first continuous, longest five-a-side football tournament, which makes much more sense when it comes out of presenter Ben's mouth. We even sent Hacker along, actually, to get the scoop, because he's in a show called Run the Thing.
Right, you lot, before you go out there and try and break this officially amazing world record, let's talk positions! You, number 2, I want you on the left.
Yes, Gaffer.
And you with the hair, I want you on the right. And that leaves you 2 at the top, next to me and Dave Olives, yes. Cheers, lads, that's my dinner party table plan sorted. Now go out there and play the game of your lives! Come on. Let's smarten this up.